A city where the street code can carry more weight than the law. Here, testifying in court isn't just a matter of conscience. Sometimes it's a matter of life and death. For years, this city has battled a deadly cycle. Witnesses silenced before their day in court. Families left with questions, and cases that vanished into the void, never truly closed. Tonight, we dive into the stories behind the headlines, tracing the names and faces that disappeared because they dared to speak up. Before we get started on this video, make sure you go check out my website. That's in the description where I post.
It be like that though. When you got motherfuckers that try to come out and speak the truth, nigga, they gonna face your ass. Put it like that. They gonna face your ass. Just cause you know information that nobody else know. They gonna face you, bruh.
Viral videos daily, and plus make sure you like the video and share it with someone to spread the violence awareness. On a summer night in June 2018, shots echoed through the north side of St. Louis. By sunrise, the city's latest homicide was on the books, but for investigators, this was more than just another body on the street. The victim was the key witness in the murder case against Terrell, a young man with deep ties to a local crew. He was supposed to testify his statement, the one piece of evidence that could turn the case, but that chance ended with a bullet. The silence was sudden, absolute. In the following weeks, the prosecutors moved to charge 2 men with murder and witness tampering, but the outcome had already been decided. With their star witness gone, the prosecution had nothing left to stand on. The Wofford case, like so many before it, collapsed in the face of street justice. It wasn't the first time, and it wouldn't be the last. To understand the code that rules these streets, you have to go back into the neighborhoods, into the grip of crews like the one run by Anthony T.T. Jordan. Between 2008 and 2014, Jordan's name was whispered with fear. He ran a violent drug ring that left a trail of bodies from the city block.
You wanna know what's crazy? When your name ring like that, like, you don't last forever, bro. You don't. And that ain't the type of attention that you want. Keep it made with you. Cause now everybody know your whereabouts and know how you coming. Know your every motherfucking move. Just cause you moving how you moving and shit. I'm telling y'all, listen to your boy. You don't want that type of attention, bro. You don't. That's why I say get your ass about the streets.
To the suburbs. In his world, snitching wasn't just betrayal, it was a death sentence. Federal prosecutors would later connect Jordan and his crew to at least 9 murders, most of them designed to keep witnesses off the stand and police in the dark. Victims weren't always rival gangsters. Sometimes they were just people who'd seen too much or said the wrong thing. The message was unmistakable.
It'd be like that,
cooperate with law enforcement and you'll pay with your life. The cycle continued, each generation learning from
then it's like you don't even know. Like that be the spooky part about this shit. Like you don't know who around you that's gonna sit up there and give up that information and shit.
Last, in April 2015, the city of Berkeley, tucked into the greater St. Louis metro, was rocked by another calculated hit. Travis Hayden was gunned down, and everyone seemed to know why. A key witness in the aftermath identified William Chucky Claret as the shooter, but almost immediately, that witness found themselves the target of threats. In the end, prosecutors managed to secure a conviction, but only after extensive...
Yeah, because you gotta understand your name ringing on top of that nigga, like, you accused of doing this and doing that, so it's just like, fuck that nigga, like, nah, it's like, it's more of a target on your back, because motherfuckers know who it is and shit, you know what I'm saying, like, motherfuckers after you, bro.
Witness protection measures and the constant fear that any new voice willing to speak might also end up silenced. In 2022, St. Louis was rocked by the murder of a teenage witness who had agreed to testify in a homicide case. The killing wasn't random. Police uncovered evidence that the hit was planned from inside the city jail. Inmates used jailhouse phone calls to coordinate the attack, making sure the team would never make it to the stand. The victim's family later claimed his death was preventable, filing a lawsuit against the city and pointing out that money set aside for witness protection was never used. Investigators arrested 4 people connected to the plot, using recordings from jail as evidence. But when the case went to court, the charges collapsed. No one was convicted, and with the only key...
They call that shit, circumstantial evidence or some shit like that. Like when you ain't got enough evidence, bro, you can't sit up there and convict a motherfucker. So therefore, all that shit, it ain't got no choice but to drop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling y'all, listen to your boy. Like, rather they don't find a gun, this and that and the third, like, that's another way you can get off on this shit. But if they find that nigga, you're fucked. You're fucked. They find that bitch, you're fucked, bro. That's a way you can get off with that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Another way you can get off is if a motherfucker don't come to testify against your ass. Like, motherfucker don't say nothing. Then it's like they case ain't really strong. You feel me? Like, unless they got you on camera and shit. But even then, bro, I done seen motherfuckers still get off with their situations and shit.
And is dead, prosecutors were forced to drop the case.
Wait, if you were locked up in Illinois juvie at Cook County, the Audi home, or anywhere else in the system, this is the money glitch that
Case.
Man, this shit get wicked.
So many Missouri police departments are not using state aid to protect witnesses to crimes. Tonight, our focus is on a St. Louis teen who was murdered for witnessing another killing.
The plan to kill him hatched in St. Louis's jail. News 4 investigator Susan L. Corey has what the city does not want you to see.
17-year-old James Scales stood at the bus stop.
Man, they know what it is when they set up there and they don't provide you, you know what I'm saying, that extra help, that extra care and shit, man. They know what they doing, bro. Nigga, they want you to die, bro. Straight up. They want you to die. Keep it made with you. Listen to your boy.
He never made it to school.
My son been shot up real bad.
Audio
Man,
from St. Louis's gunshot detection system capture the violence that took his life.
It's a big shot in his back.
911 calls record his mom
Is he breathing?
desperate to save her son.
No, he's not doing anything.
There was nothing anyone could do.
It's a lot of blood. My whole hallway is filled up with
Damn.
blood.
My child is gone now. When you could have prevented it.
James's mom believes the timing wasn't a coincidence.
James was a good person.
Her son was the main witness in a murder case, but she says he never got the protection Missouri law and St. Louis city policy promise. James's family say the man he was supposed to testify against, 19-year-old Keith.
That's why they ain't just after you, nigga. They after your family. Because you said it there and told, bro. They don't give a fuck. They don't care, bro. As long as they got somebody closest to you, bro. Nigga, they won in their eyes. Keep it made with you. They won. You know what I'm saying? It was a success, bro, because you gotta understand that you lost somebody that was closest to you, bro. Somebody that's on your side, like, such as your day one. A motherfucker who you call your brother, like. I'm telling y'all, bro.
And James's murder while he was in the city justice center and on recorded jailhouse calls.
They killed him so he wouldn't keep going to court, telling what he knew, what he saw.
Shit, that
For
shit
her,
obvious,
that's
bro.
one of multiple failures. She, along with James's dad
I still am, amen.
and step-parents, are taking the city to court, suing for wrongful death and negligence.
They were supposed to keep him safe. That's what they said. Not
Right.
to lose another life.
In 2016, the day after Christmas, James saw his friend, 18-year-old Dwayne Clanton, get shot and killed in this North St. Louis alley. James's mom says he reported to police thinking his name would be confidential.
They say anonymous tip. No, that's a lie. That's like almost fraud.
Police arrested Graham and charged him with murder. Family claims someone put James's name and address on court records.
Damn.
News 4 Investigates tried to get a copy, but the records are
that's a
sealed
lawsuit.
because Graham was acquitted.
You gave them the address like, hey, here's where you can find them. This who
Right.
told on you.
The city won't talk to News 4 about that. In court records, prosecutors only said Graham found out about James because word reached him. Prosecutors say over the course of months, Graham, who was in jail, called friends on the outside, making plans to hunt down and kill James.
Y'all not taking all of this into consideration, and this what I'm saying, bro. Like, Man, it's whatever, bro. That's what I'm basically trying to say. It's whatever, bro. And they don't give a fuck. Keep it a million with you. Listen to your boy. Why you think they did what they did? Just saying, bro.
Those friends are William Pearson Jr., Terrell Cook, and Davion Gordon. All three were arrested and charged in James's murder. One of the first jail calls came days after Graham's arrest. Prosecutors say
so you got on a call to discuss what you was gonna do to somebody when you get out. What sense was that like? You thought that was smart, bro? Like, you motherfuckers, bro. I'll tell you, bro.
He asked Gordon for help getting out.
You rush, they gonna look like, oh, he orchestrated something to come up out of there. Right now.
Yeah, but you're on the call talking about it, which doesn't make it any better. Brother, if you was gonna do something to somebody, you should have kept that to yourself. Nigga, I'm not finna get on a call discussing this and that and third. Nigga, I'm finna just go do it. I'm finna just go do it, bro. You on the call discussing, talking about some what you gonna do when you see him and this and that and the third. Yeah, you deserve to be locked up, sir. You deserve it. You deserve it. What the fuck?
Most likely your phone call is being recorded, bro. I know.
So if you know that, why are you still talking? He just admitted and realized that, you know what I'm saying, the calls are being recorded. So why would you still proceed to talk about it? Why would you still proceed to give ammunition to the situation? Why would you still... Dumbass little boy, bro.
He's a witness. I'm dead, huh? Yeah. I'm dead.
On another day, prosecutors say Graham had a three-way planning call with Gordon and Pearson.
I hope so, bro. Fucking out 2 months, bro. Y'all niggas lying. We lying. I just seen the dude. I mean, man, look, bro.
All y'all goofies, bro.
The violence isn't limited to random street beefs or chaotic shootouts. In some cases, it's cold, organized, and deliberate. In 2025, federal prosecutors unsealed an indictment against Travis Santel Jones, alleged member of the Cochran Crips, a gang with deep roots in St. Louis's most violent corridors. The indictment didn't just charge Jones with RICO violations and murder. It laid out a campaign of terror meant to silence anyone who might bring heat on the crew. Prosecutors alleged that Jones orchestrated the murders of would-be informants, sending a message not just to his own set but to anyone in the city considering working with law enforcement. Each case is more than a headline. Each victim leaves behind families, loved ones, and a neighborhood that learns to fear silence as much as...
This video was killed for snitching in St. Louis. Died a day later. Yeah, man, like, love y'all and I'm out. More videos after this one.